that time. Just gonna get set up real quick. Just kind of hang with me, guys. Takes a few seconds because I get my stream and then I open up my YouTube and get my chat open. They're off. I'm on it this time. Thank you, Wop. And I'm well, man. Just got home from work. All right, we're ready to go. Let's take a look here. The sound isn't too torturous today, is it? Where to go? Where to go? I'm gonna throw it right here. Throw it at you, girl. Awesome, awesome. So if you look here in this inventory, what I want to do today on my stream in this power hour is we have some options here. Cap, Hulk, Iron Man, Blade, Groot, Black Widow, Gamora, Ultron, Red Skull, Daredevil, Green Goblin, Malekith, Hawkeye, Bobby, Red Hulk, Captain Marvel, Winter Soldier, Punisher. No IPA today, it's only Monday. This week's going to be a pretty buzzed up week though. Lots of parties going on in Florida here, so you might catch me doing some stuff. Booty Patrol? Right on. So Winter Soldier, Punisher, Black Panther, Angela, Venom, Kingpin, Hulkbuster, Bullseye, Sister Grim, Rona, Singularity, She-Hulk, Daisy, Sif, Deathlock, Lincoln, Lash, Warwolf, Jessica Jones. There's just tons and tons of options today. Hulkbuster, Tier 2 Hulkbuster. Right on. Well, first, before we lock in anything, I kind of want to check, see if there's anybody else that we can make available for Tier 2 before, you guys make some premium streamium choices. So we want to touch base on the people whose gears I haven't yet finished and see if there's any availability on finishing those gears before we make our choice. So first on my list that I have that wasn't done was Hellcat. Hellcat's still got a ways to go, so she's going to be unavailable. Wong was also on the list. Now Wong has got a ways to go too, so we're not going to be able to get enough bios from the Epic Quest missions to get enough bios for him, so he's not going to be able to do it. Crossbones is also somebody who does not have max gears yet. We're going to be unable to do that one. Robbie Reyes was somebody I am very close on. Very close. But even if I bought 20 bios out of the Alliance store, it's still not going to be enough for him. Elektra, she's on the list as well. We're going to skip over Hulkling, because even if he's close, I'm not letting you guys get me. So Elektra, what do we got going on here? She is very close. If we got to vote for Elektra, if we have enough people saying they want Elektra, we will go Elektra, because we could probably farm enough bios to max out her gears. Let's see, Spider-Gwen, we're not going to be able to get. Singularity is available, so I can cross her off this list. Well, the thing with Robbie is I don't know if 20 bios will work, but we can find out. I might have enough. Oh, yeah. Let's go here. Donate. Next. Boom. At 138, we'll hit the store here. Let's see what you could be right with RNGesus. Let's buy it. I'm ready to live wild. Oh, wait. Very cleaned up. Yeah, sir. Is RNGesus on our side? Praise the Lord, hallelujah. No. Denied. Denied. Alright, so Spidock is on the list. Let's see what we got here. Are you serious? 99.9? Dirty fuckers. So he's not going to be available today. Let's see, Hellcat? Or this is Black Cat, not Hellcat. RNGesus was not on our side there either. I appreciate that, RNGesus. How about Agent 13? A ways away. This lady is a ways away. She will not also be available. Oh, well, Electra would not be a bad choice compared to some of them that are available. Nebula's on my list, Misty Knight, Rocket Raccoon, Camilla Khan. None of them are going to be available. So as far as attaining bios to get anybody near there, it's just not going to happen. Ooh, Ultron. You are throwing some wild options. So far, you've said, I'm assuming Black Panther, Hulkbuster, Kate, Robbie, but we're not able to do it. Kate again, so that's 2 for Kate. Elektra and Ultron. Alright, so, if you were curious on what kind of ideas I had, I was thinking Karnak. I know, you're the only buddy here, Wop, so I like to pretend you're multiple people. So I'm thinking Karnak, Warwolf, Kate, and Crystal. Those, well, not so much Crystal, but Kate, Warwolf, and there was 3 of them, right? Yeah, Kate, Warwolf, and Karnak. I think all 3 of them will add to my overall gameplay. The value of them are pretty great for what I need to get done. I'm really lacking in no type at all. For Shadowlands, I don't know if you took a second look at my Sunday Shadowland. Easy clear. I just flew through it. You know, we took a few breaks. We were bullshitting, writing down notes. So it took like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But Shadowlands was easy. No problem. I think the only hiccup I had, I got stuck on a level where I had to use Bullseye as a lead for Kate and Hawkeye to clear a stage. But Shadowlands is not an issue. So we're thinking ABX, right? ABX is the big, you gotta have tier 2s for ABX. You have to have high value tier 2s. Where Kate comes into play. And Warwolf to team up with my combat hero, which would be, at this point, I'm leaning towards the Moon Knight, the Danny Rand from Netflix, and Warwolf. Warwolf as the lead. You need his tier 2 to get that lead, or he's not worth taking. I don't know. I'm interested about Karnak. I'd like to take Karnak in the timeline. That's why I think he's another valuable person. So I think Karnak would be cool for timeline. I think he'd be good for ABX maybe. I'd like to experiment with him in ABX to go along with Kate and Kid Kaiju, who's my lead. 1984, what's up, bro? Super Leon. Right now we're talking about what person I should tier 2 next. So we're at the top of the list, we're scrolling down. We were talking about Karnak and Warwolf, how high value they are to my gameplay currently, as well as Kate. Those guys add value. Now, what I'm really having a hard time with is Supervillain ABX. Now I have a fodder lead, so I usually take like a Ulick in there as a lead, because he kind of does a little more. He scores more points than Hulk. How about I tier 2 a few more people first? But so there's supervillains. I think combat supervillains would be another really helpful tier 2. So if we look at the tier 2s available that are combat, Ulick as a lead might be more valuable to run with Carnage, and I'm really only putting like Venom on the side as fodder. He never even really sees any action. If he does, if both those guys die, it's just an instant death with Venom at that point, and so he's in there just for a badge. So we're looking at Ulick, supervillains, combat, supervillain combat. We could do Red Hulk take off the uniform. Warwolf and Kate are like, they're top of the list right now for value. The most value I'd get out of the tier 2. After tier 2ing Fandral, MODOK, Star-Lord, on top of Vision, War Machine, I have a lot of very stupid tier 2s. Let's just say stupid tier 2s. Useless tier 2s, you know what I mean? So, to the villain, it's gotta be combat. It's Hulk. We could do Ulick, Hulk. We could do Red Hulk without the uniform. Venom. It's brutal, man. The choices are... But we could do Bullseye. Bullseye has the dodge leadership, which I don't know would be any valuable. I don't know what people... I haven't really researched into what they're doing. They're unfireable. But yeah, I could always tier 2 them with another ticket, though. This is... I usually only tier 2 with tickets, and if I wasn't going to tier 2 with tickets, well, let's be honest, I'm not going to do it with Black Any Man or anytime soon. I got way too many Black Order people on deck. I got years to finish. Yeah, ABX with the dodge. I don't know if that would be valuable or not either. So really, I mean, the choices for ABX, I feel like that can make a really big impact if I tier 2 Hulk, or if I tier 2 Ulick, or even maybe Bullseye. I don't see a lot of people posting ABX villain combat days, so I really have nothing to go off of. Outside of the ABX for supervillain combats, outside of Kate, Warwolf, maybe even Karnak, or what was the other high value one? It doesn't matter. Let's go with people who I think would be a fun and interesting tier 2. Moon Girl could be fun. I used her in Shadowlands, and that could be interesting. Crystal is a monster of a character. Medusa, Hela, all three of them. Either of these other two Warriors 3 are really solid characters. Taking them to tier 2 would bring them up to the next level, to even solo Shadowlands. Gwenpool would be a great choice. I like Caecilius. He's a very strong character. Another good choice. Sin, Winter, Hyperion, he solos. I don't need him. Amadeus Cho could be a fun tier 2. Jessica Jones, I've seen a lot of people do really well. Someone in my alliance, iMuffles, I think he has the #1 ranked Jessica Jones, or last time I checked he did. Gwenpool, yes. Lash, I'd like to try Deathlock. I think Deathlock could be a fun tier 2. I would do, if I was going to do a stream EM tier 2, it might be Deathlock and fuck you up in timeline. Praise the Lord, preach. I'll hold it. Red Hulk. I think Red Hulk will be a solid tier 2. Really solid, good one. Hawkeye, Green Goblin, Groot. They could all be fun, easy playing, worthwhile tier 2s. Cap, Gorgon, again, solid. Just, Sif, Thor, Hulkbuster, Black Panther, all really good choices. Captain Marvel, Angela, Black Widow. I'm not impressed. Winter Soldier, Satana, Daredevil, and Punisher. I'd be fine with either of those. Silk. Yeah, I know. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to, we reviewed it. There's only a couple of us in here. We can make the choice and we can kind of go through some of the game modes after we tier 2 these people and kind of see what happens. So, yeah, if you guys have suggestions, if you guys want to lock in a choice, I mean, we could do it now. We could take a second to think about it. We got plenty of time. It's only 7:17. We have until 8 o'clock. You can use Daredevil in Shadowlands. That's about it. If you're good, if you know how to rotate them, if you team them up with the right team, if you got a good VIP heal, you can mess some stuff up with a blast relay. Where it's Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, Vision, and Iron Man. You could use Daredevil there, and you could put in some good work. You can put good work in with Daredevil on that stage. Other than that, no, not really. There's really no use for him in the game as far as mode-wise, where you turn to Daredevil for a win or anything like that. So basically, his only relevance is, running story missions or anything like that, dailies. If you want to run missions with him, he can kind of clear at tier 2. He can clear some stages for you. But Shadowlands, tier 1, tier 2, you can do some work with Daredevil. There's not much we can do here. I don't think I have any new Urus. I haven't ran those stages in a while. Not in a while. Jeez, which uniform for Daredevil? I mean, I like what they did to his kit with this uniform. I feel like he's a little easier to play with this uniform. But overall, I think so you're really only getting all speed. Where over here you're getting some range, some dodge. I feel like this uniform is probably a little better, but the kit on this one, with the Billy Club change, is worthwhile. To be honest, I'm going to use Daredevil that much to really give you a good opinion. Don't let my 2200 second uni, yeah. Now this uni, I could tell you which uniform for Punisher. This uniform is off the chain, man. I'll leave it CC for now. See what the other options are. Yeah, his 3-star, his 6-star, or his 5-star, his whole kit. Like if you just jump to the first stage, or like the first couple minutes of my Sunday stream where I used Punisher and Captain America for stage 1, the audio is a little poor at that point in the stream, but the gameplay is on point. It was a really fun little stage to run. All I use is the 2 characters, mostly Punisher, but I really enjoy that uniform. You'll see me use Punisher more and more in Shadowlands. Don't watch it now, Wavio. Stay in the stream, bro. I'm waiting for you guys to make your choices on the tier 2. Kate or Warwolf? Well, I appreciate the good choices. Is your you guys got any other questions? You guys want to see anything? Kate's a solid choice. It is. I think Kate would work well for me in ABX. I think it's a great choice for my ABX. My Shadowlands is another great choice. Warwolf's not going to really make that much of an impact on Shadowland. And those are the 2 biggest things. I mean, I could put Kate in Timeline to battle some people. That's really the only big gameplay, like the big game modes I got running right now is really, at the point I am in the game, I'm just doing Shadowland for the rewards so I can get my completions, or my, not completions, but my build on my character so I can, get that overall completion of the character, to build the character all the way. But I mean, the dailies are just rewards, story missions are just rewards. Special missions, I'm not really farming anything out of there. Oh, yours is rank 6 at the moment, huh? That's cute. Starco, what's up, bro? We're in here talking about what tier 2 ticket, or who should I tier 2 with my ticket I got today. These guys are saying Kate and Warwolf are solid choices, obviously. I've kind of put them on the back burner for some streamium quality tier 2s like Star-Lord, MODOK, Fandral. So we're trying to determine, so we have obvious good choices, Kate and Warwolf, that I've put off. We're also considering Karnak, because I think that'd be fun to mess with. I have MODOK at tier 2 already. Get with the program, sir. Starco, would you like me to see who's available? Would you like me to run through all the choices? As soon as Karnak finishes this mission, I'll jump to that portion. Or I'll go to the inventory and click on the ticket. Before I go to the actual choices, like the people who are available, I'll run through my tier 2s that I currently have. I do have a few people that I think would be really fun to tier 2 that I'd like to experiment playing with them in Shadowlands, Timeline, or even ABX, like Karnak. So the first thing that we'll do here is we'll jump over to who I currently have tier 2. I don't know if Supervillain was here for that portion. So we have, Yellow Jacket, Drax. Well, I've been doing. This was an experiment for rank. So he was at a such and such rank, and then I tier 2'd him, thinking this rank is going to jump up 200-300 points or standings. And then when I tier 2'd him, he did not move one fucking rank. So that was an experiment gone wrong. So lesson to you guys out there: if you think ranking somebody up like with a tier 2 ticket to increase their rank overall, that's not the case. Also, for some other people, like I did Mordo not too long ago, Baron. I did him not too long ago because I really liked the character. I thought he was really cool at tier 1, so I went and tier 2'd him. Vision was like the first person I ever tiered 2. Back when the meta was like Hulkbuster and like Loki in Timeline, so Vision was actually a really good counter to Hulkbuster at the time. I also did Inferno when he came out, straight to tier 2, because I knew he was going to be a very powerful character. Some other fun ones was like I worked with Giant Man for a long time. I thought he was going to be a DPS monster. That was a bad idea. Coulson, I recently tier 2'd him for gameplay. For the Timeline battles, I went and tier 2'd Star-Lord and MODOK for my buddy Infinite. So that was that. Okay, so we'll jump into the availability, like people who are out here available to be tier 2. Blah, blah, blah. So, we'll run down the list. Again, there's Warwolf. He's kind of at the top of the list of what people are voting for. Karnak, I thought was a fun person. Winter Soldier and Daredevil would also be very fun. Kate, obviously everybody has tier 2 Kate. Duh. I thought, a question I have for you, Starker. You seem like you've been around a long time. You have about as many tier 2s as I have. Bullseye, or better yet, let's jump back to the beginning. Supervillain ABX. Who do you use in Supervillain ABX? Is it just like Carnage, Doc Ock, and Venom, and you just use Carnage the whole time? Do you use Red Hulk with a Hulk, like a regular Hulk lead, like with the Worldbreaker uniform? So to use that Hulk with Red Hulk, and then Carnage, switch to Carnage and just run the whole thing with Carnage until you die? Is there like a secret person out there that I don't know? Yeah. That's what everybody's using, huh? I just feel like the Hulks are so slow. You're not like, if Carnage dies or whatever, there's no real Hulk, Carnage, Red. Yeah. Bullseye wouldn't be any good? No, I don't think his leadership would convey enough damage. Even with them teamed up, there's no team-ups. So, anyway, I was thinking maybe if I tier 2 something for Supervillain ABX, because right now for Speed ABX, I'm using Kid Kaiju's lead with Elsa and Falcon. I think it's time to get him a better Obelisk, maybe. Because all he has a healing set for like running stages or Shadowland. He doesn't have like immunities or anything on there. He actually has a really bad Obelisk. So that's probably the key. I'm not very competitive in ABX though, so that's why I was leaning towards maybe someone fun to use. Well, what day is it today? Yeah, see, no, I kind of skipped a couple of the days too, so I'm pretty low pretty low. Speedy ABX is like, on like a badass day, it's like 100. It's not very impressive. It's a game. It's a mode that I haven't really focused on too much. I haven't put a lot of effort into scoring high or anything. I just kind of run through the first set, like just Alliance Battle. I just kind of run through it, and then ABX, I do decent with Strange. I do decent with Odin. So back to the ticket. So we have these options here. I thought Punisher would be fun. Daredevil, Winter Soldier, Kate, obviously. Ancient One could be pretty useful. Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Hulkbuster seems very strong. Well, yeah, because I don't get the leadership with Warwolf, and that was, I think, a big thing I was leading towards, because I'm going to do Warwolf lead with Danny Rand and Moon Knight, and I think I can really increase. The whole thing is I don't want to do that 23-second buff where you jump back and forth. That's going to be a pain in the ass to time it, especially with so much always going on. But his lead, or his tier 2, is very valuable with what he gets, the passes. So I got Cap, Gorgon, Hulk, Groot, Green Goblin, Red Hulk, Hawkeye, Ronin, Deathlock. I thought Deathlock would be a fun tier 2. I'd use him a lot in Shadowlands, I think. Flash, Jessica Jones, Cho. I don't really need Hyperion at tier 2. He solos as is, so there's really no use for him at tier 2. Gwenpool, Caecilius is very strong. Volstagg and Hogan are very strong characters. Ulick, I feel like Ulick is a stronger character and the same lead for ABX supervillain. So I would tier 2 Ulick and kind of jump back and forth. So when I get silenced, I guess, I use Final Fantasy player, so when I see the dots, you're silenced, you can't use your moveset. So if that happens to Carnage, I could jump over to Ulick, back and forth. Medusa is very strong. Ironheart puts out a lot of damage. Crystal is a monster of a character. Monster. So to take her higher in Shadowlands, to get, stage 21, 22, 23, 24, 20, like those, the upper 20s. Right on. And Moon Girl. I used Moon Girl the other day in Shadowlands, and she's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, obviously Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VIII was pretty cool. I like 12 a lot. I played a lot of 12. So, fellas, should we just make a choice? What do you think? Should we just do Warwolf? Is it Warwolf? Are we just gonna lock into Warwolf, or should we do Karnak and mess around with some timeline? Warwolf it is. Alright, fellas. You have chosen. It has been decided. By alliance, no, I'm done fucking around. And I'm actually making solid choices. Ooh, Starco! Question, bro. The quest packs for... Oh, no, nope, not here. For special missions. Have you completed... Ultron. Fuck you. Have you completed the Ruler of the Dark Dimension? I completed War of Kings, and I got a tier 2 ticket from it. Ruler of the Dark Dimension. If you complete everything on here, do you get a tier 2 ticket from this as well? Because if so, I'm going to focus on Dormammu and get him to level 50 with 4-star mastery. I'm going to do it. If you get... Oh, 1 million gold, that's it? That's fucking gay. That's just 1 million, that's it? That's not impressive at all. That sucks. That's very unimpressive. That's it, 1 million gold. I would definitely do War of Kings first then, and I'm glad I did. Definitely glad I did. Ain't that some shit? One, huh? Oh, look at that. Ain't that something? Alright guys, well, we have 23 minutes left. So we'll try Warwolf out here on there's really no point to try Warwolf out on anything. Everybody has Warwolf tier 2, everybody sees what he does. Everybody knows. It's really not like a fun experimental tier 2. I can't really run through any Shadowlands with you. I completed that on Sunday. Feel free to drop a like on that video. I mean, we could do... Would you guys like to do some world boss? Any of you guys want to see what kind of world boss clears I'll do? Today is... Corvus? Yeah, Solo. Buyer's Remorse, no. He's such a high valued tier 2, especially for the Superhero Combat ABX. You guys can suck it. I'm definitely not going to try to do that. But I will try to take my ABX team against him. With one striker? One striker. Oh, I got a pizza cooking! Oh, it's so toasty! I'm the worst cook in the world. I always burn everything I try cooking. He's so nasty. If you don't have his uniform, get his uniform. It's one striker. I'm pretty much done using strikers, at least 5 of them at a time. Because you can't see a single thing that's going to, like, Doctor Strange is the worst too. Like, he just blocks everything you're doing. Fucked up the rotation. Would you stop running around, you big, ugly fuck? He's messing up my face tank. I know, only pros face tank, right? I am the fucking professional face tanker. Ooh. I'm gonna have to jump in on one of those streams. I'd like to watch that. I'm gonna look at some of your videos and check that out. I wonder what teams you use. What teams do you use for that? I have another question for you guys. You might be able to help me here. Something I neglect a lot, I don't do a lot on stream, is my cards. My cards are not awesome at all. There's no Korean, and their effects are just horrible. It's something that stresses me out. You know, as WAP say, FOBO, fear of better options, or even worse, fear of ruining what I do have. I always get afraid to change. I get afraid to re-roll or anything like that. Set myself back so far when I can kind of invest my efforts into something else. A more, like a less stressful objective in the game. Like my maxing out all my gears. I'm currently sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, like only 14 more characters that need max gears. It is only 9%. I think, what I haven't been doing is I've been experimenting with other cards. That's why I haven't changed anything. Well, the skill cooldown, I get a lot of it from the character build, so I don't really, it's only, 35%. You got 9, plus some from your alliance. Then I build some into the character, so it's really not that big of an issue for me. Because a lot of characters have, skill, you only use 2 or 3 skills, so it doesn't really matter how much cool time stuff they wait. So the character usage isn't that bad. I mean, yeah, everything should be maxed. You want everything maxed. But as of my gameplay, I don't have that much of an issue with it. And again, I'm trying to build other cards. Like I have this one here, which is fucking garbage. I have this one here, which is garbage. I have this one here, which seems like it could be building into something halfway decent. Not too impressed with this one. This is another garbage one. This card looks like it's on the right path. I mean, there's no skill cooldown. There's only energy attack, recovery rate, and physical defense. OP on zombie. Now, which zombie? It's not this one. It's this one, correct? This is the one you're referring to? I have a Loki card. Which sucks. It sucks. But it's my only cooldown duration, so I haven't really... That's where my 9% comes from. So I've been building, I've been experimenting. I have this one here, which isn't that bad, but it's only a fucking 1. I'm getting some defense, some HP, some energy attack. I got a little buff here, so I think this is the one that's probably got to go if I'm not. I think this is the one that I should probably change. Correct? Oh well, yeah. I mean, all attack, ignore defense, physical attack, cooldown. I mean, it's really not that bad of a card. I agree, but it's not Korean, so. I think this is probably my best card, to be honest. There's this one. I just recently put this one on. The other one before it was kind of shitty. Getting a lot of ignore defense on a lot of my cards. The resist, the attack speed. Okay, I'll take a second look. Do you have Korean cards? I got this other Civil War card not too long ago, but I accidentally like rolled over it, like when you do like your upgrade all. I forgot to lock it. I was experimenting with Groots, and that's what my Groot recently was. Like I had the Groot card on, where this Iron Man was, and I replaced the Groot was a very poor. It was like a really bad card, so I put this on top of it. What do you guys think of this one? All defense, physical attack, ignore defense at 10%. No Korean cards. Cool. Okay. I definitely want to take a look at that then. Yeah, but that Groot card I had on before sucked, dude. So what about this? Let's start from right here. That's probably a bad card, correct? Yeah. Baseline, you want 28 skill cooldown, 20 ignore defense, 30 all attack, 10 attack speed on cards. Let's see. Baseline, 28 skill cooldown. Not at all. Nowhere near close. 20 ignore defense, 27. So I could probably drop a card that has ignore defense and substitute it for something with skill cooldown. 30 all attack, 14. What a joke. And 10 on attack speed. Attack speed. It's 10, so I'm right on line with your attack speed. So if we're looking to maybe sacrifice some ignore defense in place of getting more skill cooldown, would you say drop this card? Alright, peace, man. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You know, it gives me something to think about, and I appreciate your vote on the Werewolf. Before you go, do you think this should be the card that I dropped, though? Should this be the one I get rid of? That all attack's decent. And ignore defense, but I can get rid of that. I think this card should probably stay. It's my only cooldown. Energy attack, energy defense, ignore defense, attack speed, recovery rate. This would be the one, I would guess, right? Get rid of this card. Yeah, I'm not going to use it to roll. This is the one. So I have the ignore defense, all defense, physical attack. Black Widow card. That's from all defense. Energy attack, 5% when attacking, decrease skill cooldown by 20%, 20% for 15 seconds. And I got some HP, some crit damage. If you looked at my crit damage, it's there. And that's it, buddy. There is no other crit damage. So we have energy attack, all defense, a little bit of HP, my crit damage. Captain America card? Defense, CC, more crit damage, ignore defense. At 10, that's 10%. And some physical attack. Over here is energy and energy defense. Ignore defense is only 5%. Attack speed, recovery rate, and cold resist. With no any type of little additional buff. It's a mythical card, but, you know, that's 4. But this would probably be, I'm assuming this is the one. So if we look at what's available, you know, should I build this guy? Dodge and cooldown duration, some crit damage to replace it, and some all defense. That's not bad, I think. I think this would be a solid card to build up on. And if we run through the top of the list, this guy here, some crit damage, and that's it. So he's garbage. Ignore defense at 8, attack speed, CC, crit rate. No. Recovery rate, ignore defense, crit rate, physical defense. There's nothing really there. But it's only 5. It's only legendary. I'd like to see what that other little, what the next piece is. Attack speed, dodge, max HP, cooldown. No. Again, no.
Just to make sure.
Nope. Too many resists. Nothing really there. Nope. That's this card here. What about this? What about this Groot card? Energy attack, fire attack speed, energy defense. No, I'm not gonna get rid of that one though. I want to build it up just to kind of see what it looks like. All right, let's see what kind of upgrade we have available. One short. One short. Okay, well, I'll work on the Marvel Zombies. I appreciate your input on it. And that'll be the one that I replace. I think we agreed on the Iron Man, right? We're replacing the Iron Man. I think that's going to be the one. Alright, well, you know, that brings us to about the end of the stream. You know, wasn't a lot going on. We bullshit a little bit. Could have pulled the trigger a lot early and got into some fun stuff, but, you know, I already finished Shadowlands. And I'm going to be doing Shadowlands every Sunday morning, I think, you know, work permitting and stuff like that. But I'm going to try to hold off on my Shadowlands for most of the part. Maybe do a little early morning, for me at least, Sunday stream. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try to still lock in my 7 to 8 o'clock, you know, right over Infinite Racing, you know. I don't see too many other people streaming at this time, so I'm going to try to keep to this schedule as much as possible. I got 4 promos this week. I got 1 tomorrow, 1 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, 1 Friday. I got to be at bars buying people beers, you know, just trying to make some money so I can stay whaling in this game, you know what I mean? So, there's not much other, you know, fun little stuff going on. I don't really have anything to dump into my Drax to take them up any higher. I don't have much Uru. My ISOs, I don't have many of those. Uniform. I don't have any of the necessary stuff, which I'm going to be working on. So, yeah. That brings it to the end of the stream. I'm going to get ready for my buddy's stream and, you know, get lined up for hot time. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for joining me. I think, you know, thanks for bouncing off the ideas, and I appreciate you joining, man. Excelsior, everybody. Peace out.